In 2008, Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins sequel, The Dark Knight, destroyed box office expectations and gave fans one of the most acclaimed and memorable superhero films of all time. Unlike its predecessor, no video game tie-in was released, but reports suggest that at one time a Dark Knight video game was in the works. Are there any real, true facts to support this claim? In the summer of 2007, the developers at Pandemic Brisbane began work on a new Batman video game for EA, publisher of the Batman Begins game. At first, Pandemic's Batman game was going to be its own thing, wholly independent of the upcoming film sequel. However, a few months into development, the call came down from EA to shift the direction of the Batman game to follow the Nolan-helmed feature. Not only would most of the game's early work have to be abandoned, but EA's previous timeline of about 18 months had been reduced to coincide with the release of The Dark Knight during the summer of 2008. Despite the fairly unrealistic timetable looming, Pandemic Brisbane plunged full force into trying to make the best Batman video game it could. The developers wanted to use the Saboteur engine to create a fully open-world Gotham City for players to roam, but despite the engine's capabilities, it was never meant to be used on the scope envisioned for this Dark Knight game. According to interviews with Kotaku Australia, the team's early builds, while technically impressive, taxed the hardware so heavily the game could barely run for more than a few minutes. Because of the difficulties, development milestones were missed, and the game's schedule was pushed to coincide with the DVD release in December. That date proved to be extra crucial, as EA's license for Batman would expire at the end of 2008. If Pandemic Brisbane didn't finish by then, the game would be abandoned no matter what, wasting more than a year of work and millions of dollars. However, as summer turned to fall, it became clear that in no way would the Dark Knight video game be ready in time. EA pulled the plug on development and also on the members of the Pandemic Brisbane team working on The Dark Knight. Though it wouldn't be long until Warner Bros. Would release an open-world Batman game of its own, Pandemic would have beaten Rocksteady to the punch had The Dark Knight ever released. And that's a real true fact. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for even more video game facts, follow Arcade Sushi on Twitter, like Arcade Sushi on Facebook, and don't forget to check out arcadesushi.com for more video game news and reviews.